Hi, everyone. I'm Nicole Huckabee, and welcome to Conversations with Nicole. My guest today is Angel Taylor of the Grammy nominated group Trin-i-tee. She just reached a career milestone with her first solo #1 Billboard single, Speak. She's had an amazing career. Some of her most life changing moments include performing for Aretha Franklin. Yes, Aretha Franklin, collaborating with Mary J. Blige and the Clark sisters for a main stage Grammy Award performance. I hope you enjoy our conversation today. Let's get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am delighted to have as my guest today Angel Taylor of the Grammy nominated group Trin-i-tee. She's talking to me about her first single, Speak. It's a Billboard hit, and I'm delighted to have her as my guest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. This is exciting for me. I listened to your new single, your solo Speak. It's absolutely lovely. Let's just get right into telling me about this song, how it came about, and it's just getting so much attention.
Sure, yeah. So it's a classic and it was written originally by Donnie McClurkin. And gosh, I was just really excited to put my spin on it, and I felt like when people heard it, it would be nostalgic, but then there's kind of a 90s urban feel to it and also a traditional gospel feel. And just what I thought would happen did. People heard the song and it brought them back to that time, but also it's new. And so it's very cool to be performing it and have people sing along and, kind of already know it. That's very cool. But it is definitely my reminder that God is always speaking to us, but we have to be intentional about quieting down the noise and getting in a place where we can actually hear from Him, and being intentional about the questions that we ask. And because I'm always wanting to know, okay, what's next? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do in this situation? Who do you want around me? What should I be filling my time and my space with? So I hope that is one of the takeaways that people have when they hear the song. It's that little refreshing reminder. Oh yeah, we spend some time. But also I love how one person can hear something and then another person hears something and they have a totally different perspective. A single line could mean something completely different, to different people. So that's always interesting to me and a cool thing about, I guess, human beings. People share with me what they thought a line meant or part of a song, and it's like, wow, okay, that wasn't my intention, but I love that.
I love that too. I mean, think about the song is called Speak. It speaks to people in very different ways, just
Yeah,
like God speaks to us differently and
very differently.
helps us
Yeah.
to hear what we need to hear for where we are in life. So I'm sure that song is just really so meaningful to so many people as they listen to you. And you're absolutely gorgeous with
Oh,
appearance. You,
thank you.
I love the cover, the picture that is. Oh, it's breathtaking. It feels
Thank
heavenly
you.
at it. So I
Oh,
just wanted to share that with you because I think it's important that we lift each other up, especially women. We need to empower other
yes.
women to be good with who they are and to use
Yeah.
their talent and to nourish that. So I just wanted to share that with you. So talk a little bit about what you think is next for you. I assume you'll still be continuing with the group, but maybe some other projects.
You know what? I hope that one day, I hope that one day we will do a reunion. I do have a song, a Trinity song on my album, which I'm so excited for people to hear, because the Trinity fans are so solid. I don't really like the word fans. Our supporters, friends, they're so solid and they've loved us for so long. So I definitely had to put something on there that was a Trinity song. So we have that, and then I have an EP that'll be out first quarter this year, and then the album will be out by the end of the year. And I'm so excited because I've actually been listening to the songs on the EP, and gosh, it just talks about my journey and where I started with creating this album. It was 2016 and I was in a very dark space. So one of the songs is called You Found Me, and it talks about how God found me in the middle of my
Yeah.
mess and of my heartbreak. And you know, I think sometimes we feel like, oh God, I'll get with you when I get myself together. But man, you know, I learned that you have to be like, God, I need you to come with me in this crawl space, and he will, and he'll come into your space and really help you come out of it, because we try to do things, you know, on our own sometimes, and it's just like we're not using our resources. This is God we're talking about. He can do anything. So you know, I love listening to the songs because it takes me on a journey, because I can remember where I was when I wrote this or when I recorded this, you know, particular song. And it's so beautiful how God has shown himself in every single um aspect of, you know, every song, every lyric. It's like, man, I remember that day, you know, and he
Yeah.
showed me you have what it takes, or he showed me that he was there with me in that space and in that time. So I'm just really excited. Can you tell? I'm really, really excited
Yes,
about the
I
music.
love that. And I love how you reminded us that we should have God with us going through things because
Yeah.
we know as Christians, we know things aren't always going to be great. We're humans just like everybody else.
Yeah.
It's how we walk through that. And oftentimes we forget to go to God. We just try to do it on our own rather than
Yeah.
letting him help us through it. You mentioned you were in a dark space, and if it's too personal to share, you don't have to. Do you
Mhm.
mind sharing a little bit where you were when you were
Yeah.
going through the time and what was going
Yeah.
on?
Definitely. I love talking about these things because I think these are the things that connect us with one another. I think it causes hearts to connect, you know, because everybody has sort of a similar story. We've all experienced loss. And so during this time, one of the key things was that I found out that my dad had cancer. Um, I was trying to, and my dad has, you know, since passed,
So sorry.
and I miss him, and that was 2019, but this is 2016, and I found out he had cancer, and I was trying to start working on an album, and I didn't feel like I had everything that I needed. I didn't have a label in that whole, you know, the system.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I wasn't certain that I had what it takes, because I've been in a group for so many years as well, and I had experienced people, you know, saying less encouraging things, you know. So yeah, I had to really just bring that to God and be like, hey, what are you even trying to do with me? Because I don't know that I have what it takes to really walk out your plan. And God was so kind to show me that I don't need what you have. I've already given you everything that you need. I don't need you to be this or that. I just need you to be you. I just need you to be the person that I created, because I have a plan. And so I had to get really comfortable with who I am and my gift, and just
Mm.
one of the things that I didn't feel strong about was that I would be able to connect with people, because honestly, in my group I was kind of told, you don't do the talking, you're not as believable, you don't really have the lingo and the this and the that. And so I kind of felt like I had kind of pulled back for so many years. um I felt like I didn't know how to do that. And so that was one of the things that God kind of had to walk me through. And I would go and I would do more performances. And the people at one of my shows, one of the first ones, you know, kept saying, oh my God, when you talked about this, I felt this. And when you talked about that, I really felt the connection with that. And so that had never happened to me, because it's always been, oh my God, your voice is so great. You know, I love this song. And I just know that that was God showing me, hey, you got this. I'm with you. And all you need to do is just rely on me and just be really organic and authentic, and you'll reach my people. And so I don't even know if I answered your question,
You
but
did,
I
you did,
was,
you did.
yeah. Okay, good. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that was so profound, something that you said as I was listening to you. You said, all these people were telling me X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
when really we're supposed to be listening to what he wants for us.
Yeah.
He's instilled in you the talents, the confidence, the
Yeah.
knowledge,
Hmm.
all that you already have,
Yeah.
and continue to show and use all of that. But sometimes we listen to the voices that we're not supposed to listen
Yes.
to. It's interesting how they can get in our soul, and we listen to that rather than going, wait a minute, God has a plan
Yeah.
to prosper me, not
Yeah.
harm me.
Yes.
And you had that all along. So,
Yeah.
you know, I love that you shared that. That was profound and beautiful. So,
Thank
so
you.
tell us what's on the horizon. You mentioned more coming up as far as music. Anything else you want to share about where you are, and maybe some of your most interesting moments as well?
Sure. Yeah. So I last year I had the opportunity of doing a cameo in a film.
I saw
And
that.
I got to yeah, I got to sing one of my songs, and so I'm hoping that we'll have more of that in the future. That was an amazing experience in that movie. It was with Taye Diggs and uh, April Jones, and it was called The Comeback. So that was really cool. And gosh, one of my
It's great. You're a movie star and a singer. Gracious, all the
let's hope.
things. Yes.
um So I'll tell you one of my coolest experiences. Aretha Franklin is my absolute favorite. She's my number one, influence, I think. And I grew up singing her songs. So we recorded a song called "Mary Don't You Weep," which was a song that she recorded years ago. And so my manager at the time gets a call from Aretha, and she wants us to come and sing at her son's wedding, and she wants us to sing "Mary Don't You Weep," which I thought that's different for a wedding,
Yeah.
but I'm with it. So
Yeah.
we
It's
go
Aretha, whatever she wants.
wherever she wants. So we go to Aretha's house, which beautiful house, and the wedding is out in her outdoor area. And she comes, kind of gives us a little tour. She talks to us. She has this beautiful rug on her floor, which was given to her by Lauryn Hill, which represented a song that they did together, which was called "A Rose Is Still a Rose," which I thought
Mm.
was really cool. And so we go out, we sing the song. Aretha is like, bam, right in the front, not very far from me, and I'm so nervous that I forgot some words and I just ad libbed, because this is Aretha. But at the end, when we were done, she brought us inside and had beautiful words for us. And she was always so warm every time I encountered her, just very like those hugs that you get from your aunt or your grandmother.
Yeah.
And she sat us down and she literally pulled some cash from her bosom and she paid us that way. And I was like, man, I'm not spending these dollars.
Right? Been
Yeah,
right there.
that
I'm
was
never spending it on Aretha, right?
right. But that was probably one of the coolest experiences I've had in my
No
career.
kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. That's such a great story. One
Yeah.
you will never forget. I mean, she's
No.
iconic. She's
Yeah.
iconic.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. Her voice was so amazing.
Well, I love that story. Thank you for sharing that. And as we wrap up, again, your future plans and what's in store for you.
Yeah, we're looking forward to touring this year and people hearing the music. We have so much music coming out between the EP and the album. There's going to be so many songs, and I'm actually working with a friend on a script right now. I have no information about it just yet, but it's just something very exciting because it's different. Um, and so I'm kind of looking forward to learning a lot in that, and just kind of learning a lot about that field. But
Mm,
yeah,
I love
music, touring, and hopefully some new things. I've actually just been asking God to bring freshness and newness into my life. And so I'm just open. Sometimes when you ask God those things, the things are not what you thought. And it's
Oh,
like, wait a minute,
that's so
you want me to
true.
do what? you
Yes.
know, yeah. So I'm kind of I'm ready, but I'm also kind of like, oh God, now what have I asked for?
Yes, like, be careful what you ask for when then somebody says, "Oh, I need
Absolutely.
patience." Be careful what you ask
Exactly.
for. He's
Exactly.
got great things in store for you, though. I love that.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
where can people find you and follow you and learn more about you?
Sure. I am Love Angel Taylor across all social media, and my website is loveangeltaylor.com.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I am following you, and I am just delighted that I had the opportunity to talk with you, to share your message, and to tell people about all the wonderful things that you're doing and some of the things that are on the horizon for you. Thank you so much for being my guest today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I've enjoyed this so much.